EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us north of the border in the historic French-Canadian city of Montreal, Quebec. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on the Mounties of Montreal. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys are in the midst of really an incredibly impressive run. Only one loss here in the latter stages of the season. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys set to go on this Christmas Eve. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Young to throw it. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Pulled in at the 24. Nifty move. A solid punt, but also a nice return there, 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower or something like
last week.
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
When you look at this defense, they are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Mounties offense and Puka Nacua ready to take over once more. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, so to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's a 36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
On play action. Young. And incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Now Young. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A 7-yard gain. And a Montreal first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Young now. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Christian Wilkins. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Young. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there on third down. 42 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Young will set to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 15 yards. Complete to Blake Corum.
Corum now on first and 10. He'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
He's across midfield.
You see the numbers for Corum a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 7.
Here's Allen. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's fourth down. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the first down as well. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Young running the action left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Montreal, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
He's got a man complete. And down to the 19-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 44 yards.
Another. Montreal, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
from the shotgun. It's Young. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now here's Young. Touchdown! Trey McBride, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Mounties are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. A point after, good by Groupie. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7. Visitors, nothing.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. A beautiful fake. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Yeah, now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. The ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Throwing now is Allen. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Montreal offense ready to take over now. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They go play action. Young. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And it just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. They run straight ahead with Corum. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
to the
10.
air. Allen.
At the 33-yard line.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Allen going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Corum. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Down behind the line.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15.
Allen now looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
That time a 6-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Up the middle, here's Corum. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, Allen. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him in. That's Bond. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8
yards to go.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Montreal offense ready to take over now. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
It's a gain of 53 yards. And a Montreal 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Young. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Trey McBride with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th of the year. And the Mounties have regained the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Quickly able to add the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Visitors
Pretty
10.
clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The visitors' offense and Blake Corum set to take over again. And here we are in the month of December with his name sitting atop the leaders in rushing yards as the season nears its end. Strong finish here in the final stretch of games could earn him the crown. And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And it's third.
Now Allen. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now Young. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
It's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out there.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33.
Out of the gun, they give it to Corum. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's battled up again at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And
on the give, it's Corum. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Allen. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down.
That's another.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. From the left side here, it's complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A gain of 13 yards.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
First down.
A short throw there to Strange. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Allen to throw once more. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And the handoff for him. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A gain of 1. It's 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Corum. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
And here's Allen operating from the gun. Back of the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half as they have taken the lead. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 17-14.
Mounties 14.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Final play of the half, Young. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Final 3 weeks of the season are already upon us, and I'll come out and say it. It's when playoff teams become also-rans, and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the AFC. And this is Daniel Jones. He was sensational all afternoon. This, one of 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Bulls wind up taking this one by a touchdown. From there, we check out another big late-season game, playoff implications here. And this is Kenneth Walker III. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Orbits win their 2nd straight as they get the victory here. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture. Things starting to come into focus in the NFC here in Week 16. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. They juked him. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Corum to begin the drive. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
Second and 9.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Corum. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. He may go. Touchdown. Blake Corum, his 21st touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Aubrey good with the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Mounties 17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Brown goes in motion left. 3rd down, Young from the gun. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's now
from a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. runs the offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. And they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And from the gun is a handoff to Charbonnet. And tough sliding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
A gain of a
now
yard.
2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
And they'll give here to Charbonnet on the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Young to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The drive starts with a carry by Corum. And running with power here. He's still on his feet. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And touchdown. Blake Corum with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Mounties offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Young to throw it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. James Pierce in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Young now. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now, and he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Shreds, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Blake Corum, a dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, your cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Montreal offense ready to take over now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Montreal first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Young. Pass complete there to McClure. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Montreal first down.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
44-yard line.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
On the play. It's now 3rd down.
Out of the gun, give to Charbonnet. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On play action, Allen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Allen going to throw. And the man is gone. He's got it. So here's a 3rd and 14.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Here's Allen. That is caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into the second-half blowout material. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
16 yards. Results in a 1st down.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Allen off the play fake. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Allen, a 13-yard touchdown run. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing, Young. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw, Young. Under pressure, and down he goes. James Pierce able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
Now Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They run once more with Plum. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 3rd down and 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Allen to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
And on now is the punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. $12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Young will set to throw. This will be caught by Brown. They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Young. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Young working out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Bryce Young An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Mounties get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spot? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll run with Corum. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
He was taken down.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
And a first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up second and 2.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
A gain of 5. And a first down.
On the ground, this is Corum. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 189 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Here's Corum. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Well, the Montreal offense ready to take over now. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young. Now he's going to step up and run. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now here's Young. Young is intercepted for the third time this game. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for our visitors, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Montreal, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.